What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Zach Wattis and thank you very much for joining me in a brand new video. In today's video, we've got a album review by the power metal gods, Powerwolf. This band was formed in 2003 and has had a long history of creating albums and music in general, and this is going to be a review of their 7th studio album called The Sacrament of Sin. So to basically try and summarize this album as a whole, basically all I can say is that it's heavy, it is contagious with its riffs, its drumming, the vocal melodies, and just the vocal range that the lead singer has. And also it seems to be very Sabaton inspired. If you guys know their style of music, their sounds, this is pretty much exactly that. And that's what I kind of picked up on the first time I listened to this band. They were very Sabaton inspired. With all that said, guys, we're gonna get straight into this. Sorry, I smoked a whole fucking lot of meth yesterday. That's a joke. I did not do that. Would not do that. So if you guys are new to my channel and don't know how my reviews work, I kind of like to dive into each individual track on the album, giving my thoughts on things that I've picked up on during these tracks, things that stand out to me, things I might not like in general. That's kind of how these things work. And then at the end of the video, I will give this album a score out of 10, 0 being complete dog shit that should not exist and not give birth to any kind of creature in the world, and 10 being the greatest thing my ears have ever listened to. So without further ado, we're going to straight into it. Track 1 is Fire to Forgive. This track, I believe, was released as the second single leading up to the release of this album, and I've got to say that the intro to this song is very Viking-like. You've got a whole lot of kind of fucking Viking-sounding shit. I don't know, that's what it kind of sounds like. There's a whole lot of dueling guitars, which is very prominent, very showcased throughout the whole majority of this album. You can find some dueling guitars, some dueling guitar solos, and it works really, really well. Also, being a drummer, I'm always curious to see on how the drums sound from song to song, and discovering new bands, I like to see how they implement drums. This is a track that has very fast drumming, very heavy drumming. The fucking vocal range here of the lead singer. What is the lead singer's name? Didn't do my research on that part. Matthew, I believe. Matthew Greywolf? Is that your fucking name? Nope, that's a guitarist. His name is Attila Dawn. I love that name. I want to have that name as my superhero name. Here comes Attila Dawn! Dead. So like I was saying, Attila Dawn, the lead vocalist of this band, Powerwolf, his range is very dynamic. It's very, very fucking unique. In the choruses and in the verses, he hits these high notes that I wasn't really expecting, to be honest. I wasn't expecting to hear what I heard in this album, and I'm quite surprised. I'm very pleased with how his voice sounds to my eardrums. So one thing I want to say that I'm going to be pointing out a whole lot in this review is the choruses. I love most of these choruses in this album. They're really booming in your face, full of energy, and there's a lot of backing chants and backing vocals, like those gang chants, you know, that speak some certain words to emphasize something here and there, you know, and they really work in this style of music. It's great. I love it. But all around, this is a very heavy track. I can see why they added it as a single and released it prior to the album. I love the riffs here, not to mention that it also has a fucking great breakdown, which sounds like something that has like to do with blacksmithing. When the guitars come in on a certain fucking time shit, it sounds like someone's got like a hammer and is hitting this fucking anvil, creating some kind of sword that's gonna fucking devour his children because they didn't want to go to college, and he's like, you gotta go to college, and they didn't want to go to college, so he's gonna kill them. I'm sorry, that's just how my humor is. Kill me. The second track that we have here is Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend, which I believe was the first single here promoting the album. I tried doing a reaction to this, but my good old friends called Copyright, the Copyright Gang, came down hard on me, and they're like, hey, you can't fucking put this song up. You can't do it. And I'm like, alright, cool. This is a great song. I really enjoyed it when I first listened to it. I love the verses, just the way he sings it. His voice in this one, Attila's voice really in this one really shines. I just love the way he utilizes his vocal cords. This one also has an amazing chorus. Like I said, it's a repeating factor in this review. A lot of the choruses are fantastic. I love the way that they use the like woes in the fucking background. Again, like chanting or some shit like that is a key change toward the end of the song. Now basically they go up a step in their tuning or the key or whatever, and it friggin' makes me want to eat a donut, man. It's really well done, and this is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite track on the album. Moving on, we have track 3, Kill With a Cross. The introduction to this song sounds like kind of a ritual, like a ritual is taking place at my house, and the only like way I can try and describe it is Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, when he takes that guy's heart out and it's like, I'm vegan, and throws it into the fucking fire or some shit. This track also introduces the use of synths and keys or keyboards, and I wasn't expecting that again. Again, this song has a magnificent chorus. I may as well not even fucking talk about the choruses because they're all fucking great. And then same as always, this song has a soaring guitar solo. The guitarists here are fantastic. I think it was fucking Matthew Lillard or some shit. Matthew Greywolf and Charles Greywolf. They've got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and it fits really well. Track 4. We've got Incense and Iron. This one kind of threw me for a loop because I didn't really know what I was listening to at first. I was like, did I fucking magically turn on an Ailstorm album? What? Am I running Spotify or some shit? The answer is yes, I was listening on Spotify, but that's not the point, that's not the joke, okay? The joke here is that it sounds like that, alright? It sounds like Ailstorm. Basically, it just has this kind of pirate vibe, you know? Pirates of the Caribbean, fucking the Goonies or some shit. Jack Sparrow and fucking Muhammad Ali fighting, like, ding, 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 ding. It's something good like that. However, this one is not my favorite. I mean, just some of the choruses and stuff, like the way they go about it doesn't work for me, but it's hella catchy. Where Have the Wolves Gone is the next track, track 5 on the album, and it's a ballad. And I'm not really a fan of fucking ballads, particularly when you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 relatively fucking good heavy tracks. By that time, you know, this is 15-20 minutes in or so to the album, and I'm already hyped up. I'm ready to fucking punch a baby in the fucking skull with a crock. That's a joke. I'm fucking horrible with my humor, okay? I'm horrible with my humor. Kill me. I don't give a fuck. I do give a fuck. Don't kill me. I kind of just say whatever comes into my head. I don't have a filter. But you kind of get what I'm saying. I kind of feel like I'm hyped up. I'm ready to mosh, to cause some fucking havoc. And then suddenly it's like I've had 16 spoonfuls of sugar and then I'm having a fucking sleep, you know? Not to say that it's not a good track. It is a very well put together track. It's just, you know, having all these fucking heavy songs and then a slow little lullaby. However, the vocals here aren't immaculate for me. However, the instruments here really shine for me. I would love to hear this as an instrumental. Right, next up, after this ballad, we've got ourselves a fucking treat. We've got Stoskabet. Sausage bet. I don't know. This is a very interesting track. It's got everything you would like. It's got the heavy chucking guitars. It's got the great vocals here and there. All around, it is a really, really good track. Did I mention it's in German? Nope, because that's part of the joke for my video. I did not mention it. Alright, but yeah, this is a fucking full song in German. I don't know German, I know Rammstein, that's as much as I know about German and Germany. However, I don't understand anything he's saying, but sounding wise, it works really well. Next up we have Night Side of Siberia. This has a very, very nice riff to introduce the track, and alongside that there's some heavy drumming, which I love so much. However, this song does feature a typical chorus, which from now, track 7, we've come to really be familiar with. We've begun to familiarize ourselves with these styles of choruses that they like to to fucking utilize, you know? One thing that really stood out to me was the vocal range yet again of Mr. Attila. He hits some freaking nice notes here. He hits some nice notes that fucking make my ears go, ooh, that is some nice stuff. I like it a lot. This track also features something that sounds like it could be in a theatrical play. I don't know if I'm fucking making that up, if I'm high on fucking cocaine, rock cocaine, I don't know, never done it. But it kind of feels like it could work in a fucking theatrical play. And I don't know if I'm weird for saying that, but that's just how my brain is perceiving it. Towards the middle or the third fucking quarter of the song, we get a slow down little break, which then moves into like a fucking build up with the guitars going something like that, and then it goes into this fucking guitar solo that makes me want to rip a fucking orphan's child apart. You've got to fucking stop your stupid fucking humor, you dumb fucking bitch. Holy shit, I am apologizing to everyone here that's watching this video right now. I'm not gonna fucking take it out because it's me. If you don't like it, there's a little button down there that you can press that unsubscribes me. Oh boy. Next up we have Sacrament of Sin, which is the title track to the album. This one starts off with some great dueling guitars yet again. The introduction, there's like the first 20 to 30 seconds or so, kind of sounds like something that Dragon Force would fucking put out, and I'm not sad about that. I don't really listen to them, but it sounds like it, you know. I do like the melodies here featured throughout the track. The instruments here really shine again, and that's kind of something that I'm getting at a whole lot in this album, is that the instruments here, the talent behind the instruments, the musicians themselves really have some great potential. Next up we have Venom of Venus, which starts off really hard with some backing chants, you know. I really do dig the track. It's perhaps one of the not so in your face ones, like with all the instruments coming out hard and heavy, you know. However, there are some heavy elements throughout the track, just not throughout the verses. The verses are pretty stripped back, I mean, in terms like of the previous songs, I guess. Now we get to Nightmare Rebel, which fucking sounds like something out of a haunted mansion, a haunted house. Like the introduction, it sounds like I'm going to go into the Goosebumps world and be like, g'day, I'm out. To me, the chorus here in this track is the standout element here. I love the vocals are relatively mediocre. They don't really shine, you know. There's not that oomph that they really need. However, there is a fantastic solo here. Last but not least, we have Fist by Fist, which is the last track, the 11th track on here. And the verses here are more laid back. Like I said in the previous song, they're pretty mediocre. They're not as aggressive, or they just don't have that same kind of touch, I guess, that the previous songs, especially like fucking Demons Are a Girl's Best Friend. That's one that I'm going to compare a lot of these songs to, because that is a standout song on this album, and the verses there on that track are something that I love and would love to go back and listen to, but these ones aren't on that same level, you know, and that's kind of disappointing to a certain extent. However, the chorus here is fantastic. It's great. I do love the pre-verses here, or the maybe post-choruses, I guess, with the chanting vocals, and that's something, another element that I love here on this album is the chanting vocals, the backing vocals, whether they emphasize a word that the vocalist is saying. I love them. I've also got to point this out. I do love like the kind of echo effect that they implement on his voice throughout the verses. There's like some kind of breaks here throughout the verse that you can hear a bit of an echo, and that's a really nice touch. I really like how they do that. This song also features an incredible fucking guitar solo. Everyone here in this band is fucking talented as a fuck, man. And all in all, it's a pretty great way to end an album. It's not one of my favorites, however, it's got those elements here that I really enjoy. None of these tracks I dislike. Mostly the ballad, I can give it a pass because of just how really well done the instruments are. It's a really good album to check out if you haven't listened to the band like I hadn't. this is a good introduction to the band. If you enjoy it, please let me know down in the comment section down below, and if there's any of their older stuff I should listen to, let me know, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. It's probably gone on pretty long, but I'm not fucking regretting that. You guys have missed out on some content, may as well make it up with some time, hey? Thanks everyone for watching, hope you enjoyed that. Overall, I'm going to give this album a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see everyone in the next video.